A dad had kept his daughter locked in a 5-square-meter pipe-like room for 18 years. Getting food or water was a constant struggle for her. The only way to talk to her was through a tiny window. She had Steinberg syndrome and never wanted to step out into the dirty outside air. She could only breathe the fresh air that came through an air purifier. Since she was little, her dad never let her leave that place. To see the outside world, she had to use a VR headset. Her dad thought she'd live her whole life like this. But a 7.5 magnitude earthquake changed everything. She noticed something weird with the air purifier. Through the glass, she saw people on the street covered in smoke, and cracks in the ground were spewing out yellow gas. Anyone who inhaled that gas started choking and collapsed instantly. Seeing this, her dad quickly pulled his wife away from the window, saving her life. But within seconds, the gas started creeping in through the window. He told his daughter what was happening and rushed his wife to the upper floor, putting her in a medical pod where she'd be safe. At that moment, his daughter wasn't in danger yet, but the yellow gas quickly climbed to the 12th floor. They both ran upstairs and knocked on a neighbor's door. Then her dad stepped onto the balcony and saw the toxic smoke climbing higher and higher. He knew they couldn't stay. Just then, the intercom buzzed. It was an emergency call from his daughter. The backup battery in her medical pod only had 4 bars left. If the gas didn't clear soon, she wouldn't make it through the night. They both knew how serious it was. But she was on the 2nd floor, 18 floors down. Getting there and back would be like holding your breath for 5 straight minutes. For a normal person, impossible. But then her dad remembered the neighbor downstairs had breathing issues, so he must have an oxygen tank. Without thinking about his own safety, he started heading down. By the time he reached the 2nd floor, the poisonous gas was already up to his throat. He held his breath and moved fast. He smashed a window, climbed inside, and started searching. Then he froze. There was the neighbor's body lying on the floor, but there was no time to grieve. He looked around, but didn't see the tank. Panicking, he rushed into the other room. His lungs were about to give out. Only 20 seconds left. Finally, in the corner, he spotted the oxygen tank. He strapped on the mask and took a deep breath. His body instantly felt stronger. He reached his daughter's floor and swapped the battery in her medical pod. But the danger wasn't over yet. The deadly gas was still climbing higher.